É de cadeira de roda, né? Então é complicado você falar num lance que num momento tão...
Recalled Neymar when doctors told him he was on the verge of losing the ability to walk. Brazil may have reached the World Cup semifinals, but the full cost of their quarterfinal victory over Colombia was huge. During Brazil's 2-1 quarterfinal win over Colombia, Neymar was tackled from behind by Juan Zuniga, with a knee to his back leaving him with fractured vertebrae. Although initially, Neymar did not know how serious the injury was and insisted on continuing the match, it was Marcelo who initially realized how serious the injury was. Neymar was in tears when he was carried off on a stretcher before being taken to hospital in Fortaleza. The injury ruled him out for the remainder of the 2014 World Cup, and as a result, he missed Brazil's humiliating 7-1 defeat to Germany in the semi-finals.
They might have number 7 here now. They have got 7. It's hammered in.
After leaving Barcelona in 2017 to make a world record move to PSG, Neymar has been seeking to justify that controversial decision since then by writing himself into the history of PSG by winning European football's biggest prize, as well as claiming Ballon d'Or for himself. However, in the 2019 to 2020 Champions League final, Neymar had to forget his dream after his team suffered a 1-0 defeat to Bayern Munich in Lisbon. Neymar had a superb chance to give PSG an early lead but was denied by Manuel Neuer, who also stopped Kylian Mbappe's effort before the break. Kingsley Coman settled a tense game with a 59th minute header at the far post from Joshua Kimmich's cross.
It's in! Bayern Munich!
The Brazilian superstar was unable to inspire a comeback as Bayern's defense remained strong until the final whistle. While teammate Kylian Mbappe managed to hold back his emotions after the final whistle, Neymar let it all out, creating one of the defining images of the night as he was consoled by David Alaba.
Are the champions of Europe, and the celebrations have begun here in Lisbon. Kingsley Coman, the match winner. It wasn't the classic we expected, but it was a well-worked Bayern Munich goal.
They just really took the stuffing out the whole game.
Yeah, your old club has done it. Well, to be fair, Gary, they've won 21 in a row. You know, that's 30 games unbeaten. From the trophy, Kylian Mbappe. You think about some of the chances he had in this game.
And Neymar, Mbappe and Neymar didn't quite happen for them.
These guys won't enjoy their holidays this year.
No.
They won't. I mean, after the Champions League final in Moscow, it was probably the most I've ever... the bravery in the way they played, the belief. Yeah. Obviously, they're probably into retirement, but also it's about the winners sitting there and just thinking and dreaming about thinking about the dreams they had.
As a player, we were speaking before, Rio. You know, I think Bayern the last time
they'll feel they can win the trophy. That's what it's all about. Feeling the lows here and thinking to really wanted. Oh yeah, it's an awful moment to lose finals. You see Neymar there with Nasser Al Khelaifi, the president, on the podium as well. He was saying, what a decision by
Look at Liverpool last season. You need to be a team rather than just a group of individuals. And obviously you feel for the boys because it's heartbreaking in the moment, but they still got work to do, PSG, if they want to get to the level of...
Before we move on to the next segment, there's no better time than now to help us grow our channel by subscribing to Football Storified, and make sure you don't miss our daily football videos by turning on the notification bell. Neymar was left heartbroken in the 2022 World Cup quarterfinal against Croatia after Brazil was knocked out of the World Cup on penalties. Brazil should have won the match in normal time, but neither Neymar nor his teammates were able to get past Dominik Livakovic, who made a total of 11 saves, the most by a goalkeeper in the tournament. After a goalless draw in 90 minutes, Neymar thought he had scored the winner in extra time when he rounded Livakovic and powerfully fired the ball into the roof of the net.
Sensational! Neymar for Brazil! Equals Pele's record! Wow!
But a late equalizer from Bruno Petkovic sent the match to a penalty shootout.
The shot finds the back of the net! Oh, what a goal! What a...
After the match went to penalties, Vlasic, Major, Modric, and Orsic were all successful with their efforts, while Neymar was not among the first 4 Brazilian penalty takers. Brazil fell short in the penalty shootout, with Rodrigo missing his opening penalty and Marquinhos missing his 4th.
Oh, he's missed! Brazil are out! The shot...
Neymar burst into tears after Brazil's dream of lifting the World Cup for the 6th time was dashed. He could not hold back his tears as he said goodbye to the Brazilian fans who had come in large numbers to support them in Qatar. Some of Neymar's teammates also tried to cheer him up, but they were unsuccessful.
It will sit with them deep, because they prepared for this since a couple of years. You know, this is not only happening right now for Brazil. They went through a qualifying campaign, which is the most brutal.
As Neymar stood stunned in the middle of the pitch, he was approached by Ivan Perisic's son, who took a moment to step away from Croatia's celebrations and try to cheer him up. Neymar, who hinted this could be his last World Cup, said he was unsure whether he would return to the Brazil squad for another World Cup appearance. After pulling off the craziest comeback in football history against PSG, Neymar and Barcelona had to recover again from a heavy away defeat to advance to the Champions League semi-finals. After being beaten 3-0 in the first leg, Barcelona tried to attack the Juventus defense for almost the entire last 70 minutes, but failed to score against a very well-organized backline. At the start of the second half, Neymar dribbled past 6 Juventus players, but other Juve players appeared to prevent him from getting a shot on target. Neymar, who is one of Barca's most active players, ran tirelessly towards the Juventus defender, but he was distraught as the much-hoped-for second miracle failed to materialize. At the final whistle, the death of Barcelona's Champions League dreams was too much for Neymar. He started crying and hid his face under his shirt to try to prevent the cameras capturing his grief. In the 2021 Copa America final, Neymar has the opportunity to win his first major trophy with Brazil at the Maracanã, after missing Brazil's victory in the 2019 Copa America due to injury. Brazil started the match better and managed to get several shots on target. However, in the 22nd minute, Angel Di Maria scored the winning goal with a superb lob after receiving Rodrigo de Paul's cross. After the final whistle, while Argentina rejoiced at the Maracanã, the Copa America final resulted in heartbreak for Neymar and Brazil, who lost the match 1-0. Neymar broke down in tears and was comforted by his teammates and one of the Brazilian staff, but still sobbed uncontrollably. He lifted his shirt to cover his face as Argentina's players jubilantly celebrated in front of the small number of supporters allowed into the Maracanã stadium to watch the match. However, Messi and Neymar shared an emotional moment after the match when Neymar wanted to congratulate his friend for fulfilling a lifelong dream, even though he still shed tears over the loss. Then, the two of them talked and sat next to each other on the sidelines. In the 2018 World Cup group stage against Costa Rica, camera footage showed Neymar arguing with the referee on the pitch, reacting badly to decisions that went against Brazil, and even confronting the referee in the tunnel during the break. He argued with the referee for several moments as Brazil's backroom staff stood in a circle around the pair before Marcelo intervened by apologizing to the referee and dragging Neymar away. After a 90-minute stalemate against underdogs Costa Rica, World Cup favorites Brazil scored twice in stoppage time through Coutinho and Neymar to secure a much-needed win after a 1-1 draw in their opening game against Switzerland. After the match, the camera continued to focus on Neymar, who was crying, causing confusion among fans on social media. However, the world's most expensive player explained why he was crying by uploading messages on his Twitter and Instagram. In the 2016 Olympic men's football final, Neymar has the chance to win the only major award that Brazil have previously failed to achieve in their history. He also tried to take revenge against Germany after Brazil's humiliating 7-1 defeat at the 2014 World Cup semi-final. Neymar gave the hosts the lead in the 26th minute when his powerful free kick hit the underside of the bar.
In it goes! Neymar! He's given Brazil the lead.
However, Germany captain Max Meyer equalized with a fine strike just before the hour mark. The match finished 1-1 after 90 minutes, and there were no goals in extra time, so the match went to a penalty shootout. In the penalty shootout, Niels Petersen became the first player to miss a penalty kick as the fifth taker.
Denied by Riverton!
Neymar then stepped up to take home the gold medal in front of the Brazilian crowd.
Gives Brazil their first ever Olympic gold medal!
The skipper's successful kick sparked wild celebrations at the Maracana. Afterwards, Neymar burst into tears like we've never seen before, and his teammates didn't even have time to gather around him before tears rolled down his face. This has to be the most emotional moment in Neymar's career, but this moment couldn't even beat Lionel Messi's most emotional moment. Don't believe us? Just click on the video right here to see some of the most emotional moments in Lionel Messi's career.